Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm a spirit channeler and oracle card reader who channels both light and shadow energies in my readings, which means if you're easily triggered, please find yourself another reader. For those of you who still remain, today's reading will be on the topic of what is causing all of these blocks in my career manifestation? What is delaying it? You have 4 piles to choose from left to right, pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pause the video if you need some more time to choose your pile, and I will see you in your timestamp. Hello, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So, starting off with your first 3 cards, I can see that the main delay in your career manifestation and the main blockage is that you are currently vibrating from a point of low vibration, from a point of fear-based vibration, from a point of scarcity. There's a lack mentality surrounding you right now, and everywhere you look in your own life, you are seeing what is missing. You're seeing the lack. You are seeing things that you wish could fill the void, can fill your cup to make you more content. As a result, this is lowering your vibration and you're operating from a stasis of fear. Now, what this does is that it causes your manifestation to stagnate, to become weighed down, and to split in 2 different directions. I do see you guys actively trying to raise your vibration, trying to remain positive, remain optimistic, remain hopeful during this period of your life, but it is always short-lived when you attempt this, because when you turn around again, there is yet another notification for another overdue bill, and there is yet another thing that you have to buy and more money that has to leave your account. And every time this happens, you are left feeling like you're lacking financial resources and that things will never change because you don't see them changing. You're seeing more money leaving your pockets than are re-entering into them. So there's like a discrepancy happening between what you're trying to manifest. You're trying to manifest a state of financial abundance where you are much more stable, but it is competing with your current reality. So there's a lot of up and downness happening where you sort of raise your vibration and then it drops again. This is happening several times, maybe even dozens of times throughout the day. And because it is not remaining consistent, this is making it difficult for your career manifestation to actually come through and to come through in a quick, short amount of time. Essentially, your main goal would be to line up your thoughts with what you actually want to come into your life, regardless of what you see in the outside world, what you see in your reality. Much easier said than done, I understand. But nevertheless, your main blockage is that your mind is going in different directions. Your vibration is going in different directions. It's like a tug of war that's happening, an up and down and a tug of war. It's basically like you're on a ship that is rocking every which way on very tumultuous waves and nothing is steady. So you're not really getting to your destination because the boat is going left and it's going right and you're supposed to be going straight. So you're just veering off course. But I do see you guys always trying to veer back on course when this does happen. But your energy does split every time this occurs, and you lose momentum. And this causes more delays and more blockages with your manifestation coming to pass. So there needs to be a serious transformation with regards to how you are viewing your outside world and viewing your reality, and your belief system in regards to how quickly and easily it could actually change, because I feel like you guys believe deep down that it cannot change as quickly as you need it to change. And you're thinking very heavily in the future and in the past, and you're not really focused on the present moment. So you're becoming very pessimistic and you're catastrophizing because you are predicting that the negative outcomes that you have previously had in the past will continue forward into the present, and then of course into the future. And then you're looking out into the future and you're again assuming that the same energy is going to continue forward into the future. There needs to be a break somewhere in this pattern. It really needs to occur, because you can't keep bringing forward this negative mentality, this pessimistic outlook from your past into the present and then into the future, because this is blocking your manifestation. It's causing a great delay in your career manifestation coming to pass. Hopefully that has made sense. I'm going to shuffle from your next deck to get some more information. Okay. Okay, what I'm seeing that will help you to steady your vibration is actually to consume forms of entertainment and pastimes that will raise your vibration and will distract you and focus your mind towards where you want to go. So this means I see a lot of you guys, what you should do is take up reading again, particularly fiction novels that are set in elaborate and wealthy atmospheres, where you will feel a sense of peace and contentment and excitement and grandeur while reading it. So maybe romantic fairy tale fictions, or those like historic type of fictions from Regency era, where you have ladies in waiting and lords and dukes and that sort of stuff, or just an heiress who goes out into the city to find love, or a rogue prince, or like anything along those lines, or someone who travels, some of those traveling type fictions where they go off into an unknown country and just explore, and or they go off on an adventure into the sea or into the jungle or something like that. Like whatever it is for you, everyone's into different things, but it's along those lines. So this is going to help you remain in a high vibration. And this also extends to television shows that you watch as well. So watch those kind of shows, those kinds of movies, even viewing those kinds of art. I want you guys to look at art online or purchase some, or if you can go to an art gallery, depending on, I guess with the closures and stuff, but view art as well that puts you in that state. Also, some of you guys, if you live near water or you live near a forest or a beautiful park or a beautiful neighborhood, what I want you to do is to take a stroll down that beautiful neighborhood and take a stroll into that beautiful park or down that beautiful beach. If there's one near you, that puts you in that peaceful setting, that peaceful atmosphere, that feeling of grandeur. This is what is going to help you to keep your vibrations steady, because you are trying this. But like I said, when you open your eyes, you have things that require your attention that are against what you're trying to manifest, which is financial stability and a career that you love, a career of your dreams. So even for some of you, if you're trying to manifest a specific career, maybe watching vlogs, YouTube vlogs from people who are currently working in that field or working in that company. I know, for example, there are some people who post apartment tours in their, like, maybe New York City or their London condo. You know, say there's a specific city or a specific type of apartment or house that you'd like to have. Watch shows where people show off their apartment, their condo, their home in those specific cities. Sometimes there are people who vlog from prestigious Ivy League universities. Say one of your goals is to go to a really great university. Just maybe watch their vlogs. So just pretend that you're their friend, you're their roommate, or this is just a person that you're seeing on campus while you're there with them. So it's these types of things that will definitely help you. It's about sort of manipulating your virtual reality in a way to help focus your mind and keep your vibration aligned. So it's kind of like I'm giving you, or the cards are giving you, permission to daydream constantly and to read, spend your whole days reading, watching television shows, like binge watching movies, and just going out and strolling by beautiful sceneries and beautiful neighborhoods, and listening to beautiful music. For some of you, it would also be music, types of music that brings you to this fantastical, daydreaming, imaginatory experience. And this is what you should be focusing on right now. This will definitely help you loads. I see it seriously helping you a significant amount. Another thing that will help you guys align with your career manifestation is to forgive the past and forgive all your past failures. I feel like you guys are ruminating constantly, or at least very frequently, over things that didn't work out in the past. So they're like intrusive memories that pop up when you're just trying to do something else, or you're trying to focus on something else, in regards to maybe some embarrassing past moments or some failures or something like that. Some memories where you would like to go back and change them if you could. That is, again, pulling your vibration down and taking up your focus in a negative way. So pay attention when these intrusive memories do pop up, and that could be a call for you to go and do something else to change your mind and to change your vibration. So like all the aforementioned examples that I gave you, pick up that novel that I was talking about, go listen to that music, that album that you were thinking about when I was giving you those examples, or whatever it is for you. And also just maybe speak to yourself and tell yourself that, you know what, I can't go back and change it. I did the best I could in that time with the maturity level and the information and the spiritual advancement that I had at the time. So even if you wish you could go back and tell someone off for making you feel inadequate in some way, or you wish you could go back and shut your mouth, like zip it closed so you wouldn't say something embarrassing, just like, this is a time to self-soothe and to remind yourself that absolutely everyone has said and done things that have been embarrassing, and everyone has been at some point in situations that were compromising or that weren't the best. So I need you guys to be softer on yourselves when these memories pop back up. So you guys definitely need to have some patience. You guys are definitely getting impatient, and I understand why, because you feel like this has been dragging on. You may have been unemployed for a long time, or you may have been trying to switch your job for a long time, and you feel like it should have happened by now. Some of you guys, I'm hearing, you're at a certain age, so you kind of feel like everyone has found their it career, their life purpose at this age, and I'm still running around like a chicken with its head cut off. And you feel like you're well past the time and past the age where things should have just moved by now, and they should have moved much faster than they're actually moving. So you guys are getting very impatient and you're getting very frustrated. So you need to be mindful of being frustrated and becoming impatient, and to, whenever that happens, to refocus your mind on things that will raise your vibration, not things that drop it. So with this first chakra card coming out, and also with this rest and rejuvenation card, you guys really need to meditate as well. So in between the times where you're doing the things that raise your vibration, like in terms of focusing your mind on these activities or these daydreams or these pieces of media and fiction, etc., you also need to spend at least an hour every day. And that time period really just came out of me. So I really feel like you guys need to spend an hour every day. And it doesn't have to be an hour at one time. It could be like 2 30-minute sessions, 3 20-minute sessions throughout the day. With meditating, you can try guided meditations. You can find an abundance of those here on YouTube if you feel like your mind is going to wander, if you're left to your own resources. And don't freak out if you can barely meditate for 5 minutes when you first begin, but this is going to help you focus your mind, and it's going to do loads for you guys. It's going to do wonders for you. So try to get up to an hour a day. I'm seeing that number for you guys. So I feel like that's a sweet spot for you. So start off small, in smaller increments, maybe 10 minutes every time, and multiple times a day until it adds up to an hour. And then you could increase it to 20 minutes 3 times a day, and half an hour 3 times a day, and whatever have you. So, but meditation will definitely help you focus your mind as well. Also with this first chakra card, I feel like it will help you to stay grounded. You guys are very higher chakra heavy. So, 5th, 6th, 7th. And I feel like it will be easy for you guys to daydream. But your mind, if you don't control it, it may catastrophize while it's daydreaming. So you really need to be mindful of that. But for you guys, visualizing your dream house or your dream day or something like that should come rather easy for you. But whilst doing that, you need to remain grounded. And some things that may help you would be maybe baths, taking walks outside. If you can take a walk in the park or go in your backyard and without your shoes and just ground on the earth, if it's like, a summertime where you are. And if you can go for a swim, that will help. Meditation will also help. Maybe some frequencies and some tones for the root chakra will help. Some essential oils will help. Maybe Google which essential oils are appropriate for the root chakra and make use of those. Some stones and crystals, again, that are appropriate for grounding. Do some research on which ones those are. Definitely not the crystal that you guys chose for this group. Stay away from angelite. It's kind of ironic. I'm telling you guys to ground and you guys picked angelite, but one of the other stones from one of the other groups, this tourmaline from group 3, would help you. But just do research and maybe try walking around or with one of those in your pockets all day or for most of the day, or wearing it in jewelry form. That will help you stay grounded. So again, I'm seeing with this combination of the rest of rejuvenation and that community card, I'm seeing that you guys need to surround yourself with not only with art and fiction and an environment that puts you in this higher, more grander, more wealthy state of being, but also actual people. So be mindful of the people you're hanging around with, your friends and your family member, your direct circle. I believe they say your 3 or 5, is it, closest people are who you are. So show me someone's immediate circle of friends. They're the 5 people they hang around with the most, and I'll tell you who they are. So be mindful of that. If you're hanging around with people who make less money than you, or who are not in their dream careers, and who are essentially bums, or who are always speaking badly about rich people, or who are very pessimistic themselves, or who are lazy themselves, or something like that, maybe you should cut ties with them, or significantly reduce the amount of time that you spent with them. Like maybe just make your relationship more of a virtual one where you just text most of the time and you're not spending a lot of time with these people. But seriously, be mindful of the people you're hanging around with. Some of you guys really need to cut off some people and fill your circle with people who are doing better than you, people who are smarter than you, people who are wealthier than you, people who are working in the career field, or at least are doing their dream job. And even if you can get in touch with some people who work in your dream career field, or who work for the specific company that you want to work for, if you have a specific company in mind. But just in general, anyone who is lazy needs to be, or pessimistic or unintelligent, needs to be cut out of your life. And yeah, again, and I'm seeing it here with this second chakra in reverse, and the broken heart. So a lot of severing of ties, severing of relationships. Some of you guys I'm seeing with this combination may actually need to sever ties with your current romantic partner. I'm sorry to say that, because they are holding you back. And romantic partners could definitely do that, even if they're not doing it consciously, subconsciously. Romantic partners, if they're afraid that you're going to advance beyond them, especially if you're a female watching this, especially, and you're in a heterosexual relationship, your romantic partner, your boyfriend, your husband may be unconsciously trying to hold you back from your dreams and your aspirations, because if you make more money than him, it will emasculate him. So some of you guys, I am seeing that you actually need to cut off your romantic partner. So I think I gave you a bunch of stuff to begin working on, and that will help set you in the right direction towards manifesting your career. And that explains what these blockages are. I do feel like you guys are not that far away from achieving it. It's just that you need to remain more consistent with your vibration. So throughout the day, like I said, just to reiterate, I see you going up and down with your vibration several times a day. You just need to steady that, and steady that with things that things and people that put you in this higher, more wealthy vibration. Okay, so those are your messages. I hope that helps you. Let me know, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal 2. Welcome to your reading. So what is blocking your career manifestation, and what is delaying it? So right away, I feel like most of you guys are females watching this, or you are very heavily in your feminine energy. Now, this is causing an imbalance, and it's sort of an energy that caused you to be not very confident in your own capabilities of making your dreams a reality. I feel like most of you guys are too concerned with other people in your life, and are concerned with the way that you will come off if you make more money than you do, or if you have the career that you ultimately want, if you attain your goals. Some of you guys come from families where most people didn't go to college, or most people didn't make much of themselves, or they don't make beyond a certain amount. So subconsciously, you are fearful that if you break that threshold, that financial salary, yearly salary threshold of your family, that you will be outcasted, that you will come off too bougie, that you will come off too snobbish, and that you will no longer fit in with your current family and friends. So for some of you, friends, and for some of you, I'm also seeing a romantic partnership. You are afraid that you should not make more money than your husband or your boyfriend or your long-term romantic partner. And the career of your dreams would cause you to make equal to, at the very minimum, if not for most of you, more than your husband or long-term boyfriend. So what you need to do is to let go of these outdated beliefs that as a female, you cannot make more than your husband, and let go of the fear that you will be outcasted and ostracized from your family if you make more than them. You feel that they will resent you. You feel that you will come off bougie, and they have made fun of wealthy people and rich people for most of your life. When you guys have get-togethers, they make rude comments about some wealthy celebrities or, I don't know, people who are in public life, or just even neighbors, or who maybe have a nicer car than them. They might say, well, they don't have the nicest house. They have a semi-detached just like us, yet they bought, I don't know, a new BMW or a new Porsche or something like that. Like, shouldn't they spend their money elsewhere? Like, they'll make these comments, and these are the kind of comments that you grew up with. Like, why does someone have a Lamborghini, or why does someone have an Infinity, or why does someone have this and that? Why does someone have a Gucci bag? Like, so these are the types of comments and mentalities that you're used to, and you're afraid that you're going to be ostracized by your family and friends if you make more money than they do. So this is what is holding you back. This is all subconscious. This should be ringing a bell, you hearing this, but for most of you guys, the majority of this belief is still subconscious. So I am right now uprooting it, making it more clear to you, more visible to you. And it may take a moment for you to actually come to the realization that this is actually what is going through your unconscious mind, unbeknownst to your conscious self. So this is what's actually causing the bulk of your blockages with regards to your career, and what is causing the biggest delay. You're almost self-sabotaging. So your energy, you're trying to manifest towards a certain goal, and then you're also putting out an energy of sabotaging that other energy. So they're canceling each other out, and you're going nowhere. You guys need to nourish yourselves and come to the realization and the understanding that you are responsible for yourself in this life, and you're not responsible for the mentality or the financial livelihood of your friends and family. So just because they have one set of belief doesn't believe that you have to have that same set of beliefs. So just because they feel that someone who makes over a certain amount of money per year is a certain way and has certain types of morals, that doesn't mean that you will have those types of low morals, questionable morals, or you will have a certain type of personality as soon as you surpass that threshold. And just because you surpass your husband's salary does not make you any less of a woman, and does not make him any less of a man. So I'm going to cast some cards from your next deck to get some more information. A lot of you guys feel like if you do make more money, you're going to have to repent and ask for forgiveness from your family, from your friends, from society. Some of you guys, even from your religion, I'm seeing, because some of you guys come from a really strong religious background where Not only are women not supposed to earn more than their husbands or not supposed to earn past a certain amount. And remember, this is not really said. I'm sure if you actually comb through your canon, it never says this, right? But it's just the society, the culture of the religion, and also your cultural background, that not only are women not supposed to earn beyond a certain amount and have a certain type of career, but people in your religion or just in your culture in general usually are not supposed to, right? Regardless of the gender, they're just really not supposed to. So you feel like you're going to leave people behind, or if you don't leave people behind, they're going to kick you out. And you feel like you have to sort of humble yourself, remain humble, remain submissive in some sort of way, remain demure, and remain under the radar as much as possible. And you feel like rich people are flashy and they attract too much attention to themselves, regardless of what they do. They just, by virtue of having a certain amount of salary per year and above, they attract a certain amount of unwanted attention. You really don't want that attention from people in your community or from people outside of your community. You just don't want that kind of attention. Again, this is all subconscious. Outsider, this just reiterates what I just said. So this literally just reiterates what I just said. You're going to feel like an outsider if you make past a certain amount of money. You're not going to fit in anymore with your old family and friends and your community and your culture. This is all subconscious. I'm bringing it forth above the surface so you can stare it straight in the face and realize that this is what's actually blocking you. But with this thirst card, you really do crave this career of your dreams, this financial abundance of your dreams. It really is what you want, but you are fighting with yourself. So like I said, when you send one energy forward towards your career manifestation, you simultaneously, subconsciously send a counter energy in the opposite direction, and this cancels them out. It's like, imagine one wizard with a wand sending a beam of green light towards a building, and then his shadow self sends a beam of red light towards the same building. Right? This is essentially what's happening. Or you're trying to walk north and your shadow self is trying to walk south. That's another way of, or you're walking a dog and you're walking two dogs. You have one dog on one leash who's trying to pull you right, and you have another dog on the other leash in your other hand who's trying to pull you left. So this is what's happening. Okay, I'm going to cast from the last deck to get more info. Okay. So this reading is much clearer than the last one, and it's moving a lot faster than the last one. So this is essentially just reiterating everything that I just said. You just need to end this subconscious deceit, the subconscious limiting beliefs and negativity that has been permeating your culture and your family and your religion, for a very long time. You need to cut that the contract. It's like it's attached to you. You feel like it's part of your ego, it's part of who you are, it's part of your identity. You need to separate this identity of being a woman. For most, this is the heaviest part of this. It's being a woman for you guys. And it's also, in addition, I do see being from a certain culture, being from a certain religious background. And I am seeing specific cultures and religious backgrounds. I'm seeing 2 religions. Actually, no, as soon as I said that, I'm seeing 4 religions specifically. And I'm seeing very specifically 2 cultures, but I'm not going to say it. Because it doesn't matter. You know what it is for you. You know who you are. Just need, again, this is just reiterating everything that I just said. So this is what's blocking you. I'm not going to cast any more cards. The reading is going, the cards are going around in circles. So I basically told you, this is very straightforward. This is your main block. you need to attack this negative belief head on and maybe disassociate yourself as much as you can from these people, because I know that you love them. I know that you really care for them. Some of you guys are actually married to someone who shares this belief, and others of you, it's your family as well. It's going to be hard to go at it by yourself, but with this outsider card, I feel like in order for you to actually attain your goals, and again with this magician card next to carrying connections in reverse, in order for you to attain your goals, you're going to have to cut ties with these people for a short period of time until you can attain these goals, and then maybe you can get back into contact with them. But I'm sorry to say, you're going to have to separate yourself from them and surround yourself with mentalities of people who make more money than they do, and who make more money than you, and who are living the dream life, and who have the dream career that you want to have, because you cannot get there by remaining around these people. Okay, so those are your messages. I hope that helps you. Let me know, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 3. Welcome to your reading. So what is blocking your career, and what is causing the delays with its manifestation? It's basically a dissonance between your lower mind and your higher mind, between your egoic self and your higher self. Essentially, you are trying to move without your higher self. You're trying to move in a direction that is not in alignment with your higher self. It's not what your soul actually wants. Now, this may come as a shock, because you may feel like, this is really what I want. This is my dream career. This is what I want to come into fruition. But I feel like you are overlooking something. You're overlooking another path that will make you even happier than this current one that you're focusing on will. This current one I'm picking up will be very short-lived, and very quickly you will, or would just within just a small amount of time, you will become sick of it, or something will occur that will not, it won't end up being as fulfilling as you perceive it to be. You have these grand views of what life will be like if you work for this particular company, or if you have this particular career, or this particular job, this particular role. But in reality, what comes with that role is not going to suit you. It's not going to make you happy. It's not going to fulfill you. There's going to be issues there. You're not going to like it in the end. And you're going to switch and change your mind after a certain amount of time of working there and having this career, this job. So for some of you guys, if you actually have to go back to school for this career, this reading may save you a lot of money. But for everyone, this reading should save you a lot of time and peace of mind. So the blockage and the delay towards your career is that you're trying to go in the wrong direction, and you guys are not listening to your inner voice and your higher self that's actually telling you what you want to do. You want to do something else. Now, how much different it is from what you are trying to attain is going to be different and unique to each of you watching this. And you need to get to that place of knowing on your own time, through meditation, through quieting your mind, your logical mind, and allowing your higher self to speak to you, your intuition to speak to you. You need to listen. It has been trying to tell you something for a very long time, and you have been ignoring it, probably because either you feel that it is not as great as it is saying that it will be, right? Or you feel like it's too grand and unattainable and not realistic. So therefore, you are going after the career that you feel is more glittery, right? More scrumptious, more abundant. It might be just money for you guys, or you're also going towards a career that is more attainable for some of you, more logical, more down to earth. So I really feel like two sort of subgroups here. Some of you guys, you're going after the attainable career that you feel will just make you comfortable, right? And you're not going after the one that is really for you because you feel like it's unattainable, it's too grand, it's too out there. Others of you, you're going after a career that maybe pays more or that has more glamour associated to it than the other one, because you feel like that one's too bland, or it doesn't have as much glamour, it doesn't have as much of an oomph or a wow effect when you tell people what you do. Whereas the one you're trying to go towards will have that wow effect when you tell people what you do, and people will be impressed. It's more impressive. So I'm going to cast from your next deck to get some more information. But like I said, you guys definitely need to make space for your intuition to speak to you, and you need to listen to it because it is taking you in another direction. And as soon as you can figure out, and you don't have to figure it out, you just need to listen to what that direction is, everything will go much smoother. The blocks will disappear. It will be like insane how much smoother things go when you actually go in the direction that you're supposed to be going in. So with this reason card, listen to advice, think clearly, intellect. I feel like you're reasoning in the wrong way. So again, take your logical mind out of this. Take your intelligence out of this. Take society and societal expectations and what is glittery and glamorous out of it. What makes a lot of money out of it. You're not going to like it. It's going to make you miserable in the end. You're not going to like it. With this religion card right next to it, canon, rules, commandments, you guys are going through the motions. You're going with the flow. Perhaps some of you guys are going for that traditional career that's supposed to make you a lot, like in the medical field or the legal field, that will have a lot of prestige attached to it, as well as a prefix attached to your name, and a big salary to come with it. And you feel like that's going to make you happy. But after you spend all that time in school, and after you go after the job and career and you finally get it, you're going to become miserable after a certain amount of time. Some of you might be able to keep it up for a few years, but after that time, something's going to be missing again, and you're going to be right back where you started. So it's not for you. Instead, with this Hunter card, you need to be going after something else. It's another direction. It's another avenue. It's something different. Your higher self knows what it is. Your intuition knows what it is. It is trying to convey it to you. You just need to shut up mentally and listen to it. Okay, I'm going to cast from the last deck to finish out your reading. Walk away. Could this be any clearer? And in case you feel that maybe I'm bullshitting you, there you go. There you go. Patience in reverse, which is again about switching energies into another direction after a period of contemplation and patience, and sort of like the Fool card. Sorry, not the Fool card, the Hanged Man in reverse. You guys need to chill out for a period in order to allow your intuition to speak to you and tell you what direction you need to be going in. And then after that happens, only then can you start taking action again, which is exactly what that Patience card in reverse is saying. Next to walking away, you're just refusing to walk away from this glamorous career because you feel like it's the answer to all of your issues. It's going to be the answer to all of your problems. Some of you guys really want to go into law with that card that came out. Justice and law. something glamorous, something that is seems to be prestigious. Again, with this door to spirit, not only is your higher self trying to communicate with you, but your spirit guides and sometimes your ancestors as well are actually trying to help you. And things are just getting more stagnant because you're not listening. So it's like these delays are becoming more apparent. These blockages are becoming stronger because you are continuing to try to walk and move in the wrong direction. Man holding a heart in reverse. Again, you think you know what you want, but you don't know what you want. This is the energy of someone who thinks that they have all the answers and they think they know where their heart is leading them, but with it being in reverse, they obviously do not. They do not. And it's not going to make you happy in the end with this family. Happy family in reverse is not going to make you happy in the end. You might feel like this is your answer. This is the answer to all your troubles. This is going to pay off all of your debts. This is going to set your family up for life. This is going to set you up for life. This is going to help you attract a romantic partner, a wife, a husband. This is going to set your kids' tuition up for life. A lot of you guys are looking very practically with this reason card. Again, all this logic in it. You need to end that. So this is what's blocking you. This is what's causing delays. You need to reroute. Take a period of contemplation, of meditation. Stop what you're doing. Pay attention to where your heart and your intuition is actually leading you towards, and then take steps in that direction. Okay? So those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Let me know, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 4. Welcome to your reading. So what is blocking your career manifestation? What is causing the delays? For you guys, I feel like it has more to do with creative blocks and a lack of focus. I really feel like for this group, you guys are trying to do something in the spiritual career field or the artistic career field. I'm not seeing traditional jobs or careers at all. So your creativity and your intuition is what you are relying on heavily for your career. So a lot of second chakra energy and a lot of 6th and 7th chakra energy is what I'm seeing, as well as 4th. So this is very appropriate for a group of people who chose the Lemurian quartz crystal, because I feel like a lot of you guys, I feel like all of you guys are light workers or starseeds. But you're definitely high vibrational beings. And you channel a lot of your work and a lot of your inspiration. So what's blocking your career is a lack of belief in your own capabilities, and also blocked 6th and 7th and 2nd chakras. It's just creative blocks and blocks with your channeling. You have all of the information that you need in order to create this piece of art, or in order to continue with this spiritual career. And you're doubting yourself. You're getting too rerouted off track with your focus and your energy. So maybe throughout the day, I see some of you guys maybe spending a bit too much time on your phone, on social media, on YouTube and stuff like that. And you might feel it's because, you're trying to distract yourself because you're having a writer's block. Some of you guys are writers. You're having a writer's block, or just some sort of creative block or something like that. Or you're in a depressive mode and it's lowering your vibration. As such, you can't really do your healing work, or your oracle reading work, or psychic work, or Reiki work. It's going into a meditative trance state that will help you the most. being open and receptive to this energy, to remembering all this information, to downloading this information and this creativity, being in a flow state, opening your channels. This is the only thing that's really blocking and delaying your career manifestation. It's opening your channels so that you can continue to channel, so that inspiration will continue to flow through you. There are just internal blockages for you guys. It's not external for you guys. There's nothing, it's all you right now that's blocking it. It's like you control this 100%. I'm going to cast some more cards from the second deck to get some more information. I'm seeing a low self-belief for this group. It's like you get into a rut and you feel like, I can't do anything right. I see some of you guys like smacking your fist against the table or crumpling up pieces of paper and saying, I just can't do this right. Like, why isn't it working? You're getting really frustrated with yourself. It's because you're not first getting into a meditative trance-like state in order to channel and to open your creative pathways. We have seduction. You guys, some of you guys are really getting distracted by outside life and looking at what other people are doing, like other artists or other people who are in similar fields, and thinking that you should be doing something similar, that you should be, your work should look like theirs. Okay, what you guys need to do is to block out all of your other senses. Take a social media and a television and an internet break, YouTube break. If you can actually get out of the city, if you live in a city, and go into the woods in a cabin, or go on a beach, on a cabin for the weekend or a week or two or a whole entire month, this is what's going to help you the most. You guys need to spend a weekend locked in the house. Turn off your Wi-Fi, or maybe just crawl up into the attic of your house, or go out in a cabin into the woods and out of town. Lock yourself away and just write, paint, create without outside distractions. If you live with people, you got to get away from these people. Even if it's just for a week, you need to get away from other people if you live with other people. I know everyone's situation is different, but I'm just telling you that what needs to be done energetically. You need to isolate yourself, isolate your senses, detox your senses from social media and television and that sort of stuff. I'm not saying you can never watch a movie or go on social media, but I'm talking about, like, if you do that, it's probably only at like 9 p.m. or I don't want to give you a certain time because some of you guys are night owls, especially in this group, but it's only maybe for the last 3 hours of the night that you should indulge yourself in these kinds of external activities. For the rest of the day, you need to be in quiet, in solitude, away from people, away from outside sources. If you're listening to music, you can't listen to music that's heavy in lyrics. It needs to be calming music, mostly instrumental. And if there are lyrics, it needs to be songs that inspire you, or songs that have calmer lyrics that are easy to tune out while you're focusing on your work. A lot of you guys are writers. Again, with this knowledge card, her with the book in her library, and the soul writing card, a lot of you guys are writers. I really feel called to get one more card from this deck, even though I only pulled 3 for all the other groups. Okay, and I got 2. So the deck doesn't want to listen to me. It gave me 2, even though I only wanted 1. Okay, you need to get out of your comfort zone with this Maynard card here. Your energy is stuck. It's basically stuck channels, because you guys are very creative and you're channelers. Like I said, so your channels are stuck in this environment. Cleanse your environment. Get some sage, get some Palo Santo, get some incense. Cleanse your environment. Take a salt bath if you can. Go swim in a lake if you can. With this courtesy and card right next to the Maynard, I feel like you need to politely tell some people to F off. Like, politely tell your parents, politely tell your roommates, listen, for the next 2 days, pretend that I do not exist. I don't want to hear you eat. I don't want to hear your television. I don't want to hear you laugh. Do not knock on my door. Do not talk to me. Do not text me. Tell all your friends, don't text me for 2 days. Don't call me. Don't DM me for 2 days. Do not bother me. And again, with this Maynard, I really see someone out in the woods by herself, just writing and painting and creating. This is what you guys really need to do. This group is really interesting. You guys are so cute, this group. Okay. Yeah, this card flew out. Anxiety. People around you and the energy around you are messing with your energy. It's messing with your vibration. This is what's causing a lot of your problems. It's people, it's the energy, it's the environment. It's blocking your channel. Some of you guys, it's the pollution of the city and the noise of the city. The noise of your neighbors and the bad environment of your roommates and stuff like that. You're not being inspired. If you live in like an apartment block with just in a bad neighborhood, or a neighborhood that's just not the best, you need to be out in nature. You need to be around water. You need to be around greenery. That's what you guys need for this group. And you need to be in silence. You need to be by yourself. Seriously. Happy family in reverse. Next to anxiety, your family and your roommates are causing you heartbreak. They are really messing with you. I don't mean to laugh, but it's like, couldn't this reading get any more clear? It's almost as if the cards are saying, in case you thought karmic mystery was messing with you, here we go. We're going to give you a happy family card in reverse next to anxiety to literally tell you that your family is pissing you off. Your friends are pissing you off and they're causing you some issues. As much as you love them, you have to get away from them. Yeah. Again, with this world card, an angel of love, I'm really seeing someone who needs to just go off by themselves, go crazy, go do something different, shake things up, shake up your routine. If you've been stuck in the same old routine, you need to do something different. Even if you take a vacation, Your group needs to take a damn vacation. That's what you need to do. Wherever you can, even if it's just going out of town, you need to, or if it's just going to someone else's house, say your parents are out of town and their house is empty. Instead of staying with your college roommates, go over to their house, say, listen, can I spend the weekend there? You guys are out of town or whatever. Or just somewhere, you just need to go somewhere quiet, even if it's going to the park, if it's currently summertime where you are, and finding a little corner in the park, or going to the library. I know with the pandemic, it's difficult. A lot of them are closed and stuff, but everyone's in different locations. So if you can, just go to the library, find a little nook, find a little corner, put on some headphones with some soothing music that doesn't have heavy lyrics, mostly instrumentals, atmospheric music as well. block out everyone. Libraries are great because people have to be quiet at least on most levels and most sections. They might have one section where you can talk, but get out of that section. Go in a corner by yourself. Spend the entire day there. Bring a sandwich. I know you're not supposed to eat in a damn library, but bring the freaking sandwich. Sit there all day. Bring your coffee, bring your tea, a big mug of it, and just write, paint, create, focus. That's what you need to do. Again, with this appreciation card, I see you guys out in the forest, in a park, in greenery and around water. This is again with this third chakra card. I said second, fourth, sixth, and seventh, but the third is popping up here for you guys. So clearing out that chakra as well will do you wonders. Maybe look up some stones and crystals that help clear all your chakras need to be cleared, but maybe also focusing on the third as well. And the second, I'm really just seeing second and seventh for you guys, and sixth. And again, with the third card here, essential oils, diffusing some essential oils, saging your environment, getting your environment ready for creation. This is what's blocking your career. You guys are creators. You don't work for other people. You create your own stuff. And if you do work for other people, you're like a writer and you need to write an article. And you have to get into that space so you can do that. Or you're an artist and you have an agent and they're waiting on you to create that next piece so that they can market it. And they're waiting and you're feeling sort of overwhelmed. So yeah, you guys need to get away from people, go into isolation and go on a vacation, go do something different, isolate yourself and detox from social media and television and all that stuff that is taking your focus away from being able to channel and create. And you also need to clear your atmosphere and clear your chakras and clear your energy, okay? So those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Let me know and I will see you in my next reading.